Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to FishOfHex. My name is Travis. Well, today I originally planned on making a rambling video, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I started the printers this morning not thinking how long they would take to actually print the first orders. And yeah, I still got several hours left and I won't have time later to make the video. So I figured I'd go ahead and give you guys a quick update on the 300, and I got to get over here to the grow out system and pull out some of these colonies and start fragging them. So we're going to do that here in this video. But first things first, the update on the 300. Overall, it's doing pretty good. No major issues. You guys were saying that the cords on the new Nero 5s are pretty annoying. I will agree. I don't like them being in here, but it's adding a lot of flow where I haven't had it in a while. The corals seem to have a little bit better polyp extension, so I can deal with it for right now until I come up with something else. So yeah, I'm just going to leave them as is. And if you don't pay attention to them, they kind of just go away. Kind of. But, yeah, other than that, the tank's doing pretty good. I didn't clean the glass. Oh, story of my life, man. He never cleans his glass. Yeah, you're right. I don't. Too much shit to do. I ain't got time to clean the glass. But, yeah. So the tank, again, is doing fine. The only issue that I have right now is my WWC, this big guy right here. Two things. One, you guys are noticing that it no longer has yellow tips. It stopped growing yellow tips at, like, right here. Now they're just kind of blue polyps. It is the WWC yellow tip blue polyp, but right here it's about 600-ish, 700-ish par. It gets pretty ridiculous, and it just doesn't grow any yellow tips. Now over in the grow out tank, I have a colony that's about 350 par. Yellow tips, no problem. It's fine. I just feel when it gets up to that high of a par, you can see I mean, these colonies are pretty close to coming out of the water again, and yeah, I don't know what that's about. Just maybe too much light for it to produce that pigment. Who knows? But anyway, the only issue I have with this colony is right here. You probably can't see it. The shading is causing some STN. It's kind of a palish. It's not full on STN, but it's turning pale. It's starting to white there. I pulled off a little chunk that was dead a little while ago, and yeah, so not liking that. Nothing I can do because it's rampant through this tank. Even down here, we got some bird's nests. It's all dead right here. No light. And speaking of that, I got to come through here and chop off probably half of this guy, of this shelving acro. You can see it comes down and it just no light. This guy's getting slammed. This rainbow millie's getting slammed. This bird's nest, or sorry, the fire digi, you can see how dark it is. It's getting almost no light, and that is actually sponge, for those of you who are wondering. Somebody mentioned it in a video, in a comment section from a video previously. I never actually answered the question. So yeah, that's just sponge. I got a ton of it around here. So yeah, I gotta just cut off a whole bunch of this, just because it's going to kill off two colonies that don't need to die at the moment. So yeah, other than that, everything's doing pretty good. The coloration is alright. It's not bad. I am kind of messing with my nutrients for some experimental purposes. You guys know that I tend to do that stuff. Not that I'm bored, but when I try new things and I'm trying to develop certain things, which you guys will hear about later. If you're following me on Instagram, you probably got an idea. I have been manipulating my nutrients to the point where I can test you know, like dino and stuff like that. So it's the tank's not as happy as it usually is, but it's in complete control. It's not like it's going to die tomorrow. Knock on wood somewhere. Hopefully nothing happens. But yeah, so the tank is doing pretty good. I have started adding some of the Brightwell Aquatics amino acids. I will do a review on them probably in 6 months or so after I get some actual time using the product. But some people brought it up. Hey, you want to try this out? I do use Aquavitro fuel, so I figured, hey, I'll give it a shot and see if it makes any noticeable difference. And I've only been using it for about a week. I haven't noticed anything, so we'll see. But yeah, other than that, everything is doing pretty good. Grow out system, if you guys are not aware, the frags here, we have buy one, get one free on bird's nest, cat's paw, hydrophora, and the green digitata. So it's buy one, get one free. I've been just trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to clean off this rack because I have colonies I'm going to be ordering, which of course have to go through quarantine, but once they're done with quarantine, I need to put them on plates and they need to go over here. That's the whole point of this system, not just to be an overflow rack. So again, buy one, get one free, and I'm probably going to have that going until I get rid of the majority of this stuff. And also the Galaxia's back in stock. Finally, I cut it. It had a big chunk of it, cut it, and then put it on a disc. It's finally healed out pretty good. So yeah, so when it comes to what we're cutting in here today, the whole point of this grow out isn't to necessarily grow massive colonies like these big bird's nests and stuff in the back. As much as I would love to cut those, I really can't, except for this guy right here, this one right here. I can cut that, Pelosopora, but not the bird's nest and not the cat's paw or the green digi, because we already have a ton of it over here. So I'm going to cut a little bit of that, and we're going to come in here and get some of this Cali Tort. you know, maybe cut off a little notch of this. The whole point of it is just to kind of grow enough to make a frag out of it. So we got some of the, I should get a little pointer. Jason Fox the thing. We got some of that left over, so we're going to cut that. There's just some random acros in here that we're going to cut and make some frags out of. Heal them and then put them up for WYSIWYG eventually. Of course, definitely got to get some of this fire digi. I have a whole bunch of it in the 40, which we can check out now. You guys know that we had a huge colony break off of here from big old bullheaded fish right there. Boop, boop. She's just a wrecking ball, man. Pure wrecking ball. So she ripped off a massive chunk of it, which I was able to save a good portion of it here in the 40. It's kind of, you're not going to be able to see it. It's there, but yeah. So we can frag some of that too. I haven't really got in here and cut any of these corals. I've been thinking about it, but I kind of just want to let it grow in because it looks pretty naked. Not a fan of that. And I just fed you guys, so I don't know what the deal is. So, yeah, the tank's doing pretty good. I'm getting a little bit too much flow on these hammers and stuff that I pulled out of the 300. And the thing is that this guy's already used to flow. This frog spawn, he's doing fine. But these frog spawns, these are the ones that were in the dead spot, which I'll show you guys here in a second. They were in the dead spot behind the rock, so they were getting almost no flow, no light. They were here eventually. I'm trying to point. They were all right here when I removed them quite a while ago, and no flow, no light. So when I plopped them in the tank, they're just trying to adjust to it. But yeah. So with that said, let me go ahead and get the tripod out and get some gloves on, and let's go ahead and get some of these colonies out. Okay, so let's go ahead and take out the colonies that I plan on fragging. Now the plan is I'm just going to grab all of them and then bring them over to the saw. We'll cut them, bring the colonies, I'll put them back in here, and then we'll frag up the pieces that I get. So we're going to get the Cali Tort, some of this Setosa, some of this WWC. I could probably hold 4 at a time. Rainbow Granulosa. Got some fish poop on it. Alright, let me go and bring these over, be right back. Okay, so we'll get the thing. Whatever the heck you are with the red polyps. I've been trying to grow this colony out for the longest time. It has just been unhappy forever. That's all I've managed to grow in 8 months, which is pretty ridiculous. So it's just a really pain in the butt coral, and I finally get the fragger for the first time. And hopefully I don't kill the frag. So we got that. We grab this fire digi. Also grab the other colony of fire digi. There's a Panopy bird's nest, which I just took out. Actually, I took this out of the 40 gallon and replaced it with that fire digi because this guy was just, I don't know, they're awesome, but they're so sharp, and the fish, when they get scared, they swim around there and they get jabbed by this coral. So some of this green Pulsipora. Speaking of that, I might have got the bigger colony in the back here. This guy's been out of stock for a while. I don't think I want to pull anything out, so everything looks pretty small. Some stuff needs to color up a little bit more before I decide to cut it and cause any more stress. I guess I can grab this colony of WWC. Give him a couple chops. And I think that's it. Looks pretty good. Of course, we got the bird's nest and the cat's paw that I just can't cut right now. Finally got this jack-o'-lantern growing. This guy is starting to grow pretty good. Really quick grower too. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over to the saw and chop these guys up. Okay, so it looks like we took out 12 colonies from the grow out system, and what we're going to do now is just come in here and knock off a frag, but not cut off the whole colony. So it's not like I'm going to come through here and just chop this colony in half. We're just going to take off the pieces, put those on frag plugs, put them in the healing tank, and let them heal and encrust, and then put them up for sale. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. You probably can't hear me, so I'm just going to do it. do is I have a cup here that I'm probably just going to get another one because I was using it for dosing 2 parts. So I'm going to grab another cup, put a little bit of tank water in it, and then we'll put the frags in it real quick. Now that reminds me, you guys asked how long can I keep these colonies out, or how long can I keep coral frags out before they, die? And I've left them out for 10-15 minutes. It's no problem. You don't want to expose them to extreme temperatures. So if it's snowing outside, you probably don't want to leave your door open with the air blowing on them. And yeah, so I got 2 cups there, and let's go ahead and continue. Me over the saw. So that was that acro I took so long to grow, and finally got a few frags out of it. So hopefully they heal up nicely, and we'll keep growing. As I drop it on the floor, there we go. Okay, so we have the thing, and then 4 more colonies over here. And you guys are probably wondering, why am I putting all the frags into 1 cup? Well, it's not like they're going to kill themselves or kill each other for the next 5 minutes that they're in the cup. Of course, you don't want to leave them in there forever because they will fight each other. So, yep, 4 more colonies. that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys in the cup, and then I will bring all the colonies back over to the grow system, and then we can start fragging them up. So I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go and start the fragging process. You can see we have 2 cups full. Not really sure how many yet. I guess we can figure that out a little bit later. And yeah, so first things first, get some frag plugs going. These are the acro plugs that have a little hole in them, perfect for SPS. You can get these on my website, FishOfHex.com. Little plug there. I mean, if you guys haven't figured out, this is a business now, and I just kind of create YouTube videos to help you all out. And yeah, so I talk about my business a lot for those of you who keep bringing it up. But yeah, so just spread out some of these plugs real quick. And I really love these damn things because they're just perfect for SPS coral. You don't have to worry about it falling out. Cuts the fragging process probably, you know, 1/3 the amount of time it usually takes. It's crazy. So, all right, so we got a few out there. Let's get some glue. Almost fresh out. Just put a little drop in each one. I wanted to play some music in the background of this video, but every time I do, I get I can't monetize my video. So I usually only do it on the live streams, or if I'm going live on Instagram, I'll have some of the music in the background because I don't try to monetize those videos anyways. Alright, so we'll get a few more and we'll get started. Thumbs up if you can hear the printers because they're pretty damn loud. I guess speaking of that, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about while I'm sitting here messing with glue. The 3D printers are doing pretty well. You guys know they have 2 Ender 3 Pros with a whole bunch of upgrades that I put on them, for those of you who are asking, and I might do a separate video showing that. Or I might just do it as a member video. I'm not really sure yet. Depends on who asks. Just because it's a fish channel, I don't think you guys really care too much about 3D printing. But anyway, it's doing pretty well. A lot of the power bricks for the AP700s, A360X, or not the AP700s, yeah, the A368X is the HD primes, the XR15s, the MP10s, I just finished those, display plugs, I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I'm going to set this down here and get started. Dump a little bit of this water out. And shout out to Billy Pipes who made this for me, which holds the saw, everything, holds the water in so I can get away with dumping that out like that. Alright, so got a few frags. I love that Cali Tori. Just is so purple. That damn thing. Fortunately, I can't grow a ton of it anymore because I lost that massive colony when when it got shaded out from the FishOfHex melee, which eventually killed itself. So I only got a couple colonies left. I do have I have 2 starter colonies in the 300, one at the top where the original one was, and then I have the one on the left, or sorry, the right rock structure, far right, the very top that replaced the millie that got killed. And they're growing, but they're definitely not big enough to cut. And I got like 25% battery left, so I gotta hurry this up. Note to self: charge the camera if you start doing anything. Need a little bit more glue for this guy, a bit bigger. So I guess what I can do is I can fast forward to throw a little bit of music on there, just because this could get pretty boring. Okay, so we're just finishing up a little last frag. I was thinking about cutting those birds' nests a little bit more just so they weren't sticking out, but I might trim them a little bit later. So I'll come through with some instant set from BRS and give them about 10, I don't know, I was gonna say maybe 10 minutes, but they've been out pretty long already. Usually if I'm just cutting from the display and I frag them up, I usually sit them for about 10 minutes, let the instant set dry, and then pop them in the tank. But they've been out for a while now, so I'm probably just going to wait another 30 seconds or so and get them into the healing tank. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Any questions, let me know. And these corals will be for sale probably in the next three weeks or so, just giving them time to heal and to get a little bit bigger. All right, so I will see you guys probably, well, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'll see you Sunday with the live stream, and then Monday with another video. All right, peace.